Frosted, where have you been? What's going on? What's the deal? Welcome back, everybody. I'm Frosted Fricks. If you don't already know that, if you've never seen this channel before, I'm not sure what was the point of clicking the video, because it's really like, who am I? Who am I? Philosophical questions aside, I wanted to share with you some information of things that are going on. Starting with where have I been? Recently, I've picked up the Twitch bug, meaning I've been playing a lot of games on Twitch. By a lot of games, I mean primarily one. I've been playing Overwatch on Twitch a lot, and I've been playing it in competitive mode. So I've been really getting into that because it's just it's a passion of mine. I love shooting games, and this one requires a little bit of strategy too. And it's like a big game of chess, or actually more so rock paper scissors. But it's a lot of fun. And that's what I've been doing for the last few days. Not that I'm going to stop doing stuff on YouTube. Please don't think that at all. It's just I was trying to get the Twitch channel back up and going and getting its feet on, hitting the ground running. My situation was I had abandoned it for a long time, and so I was trying to get the mood back in. Just get fancy or whatever the hell. Moving on to awesome news, I have joined a voice acting guild. As you guys might know, I do voice acting. I don't know why I had to think about that, but I do voice acting. It's something that I have a small passion for. Okay, I have a large passion for. And this voice acting guild, I just recently joined. I mean, I've been a part of them since last year sometime. And this is the same group of individuals who were supposed to be doing Yu Yu Hakusho Abridged. We're still doing it. We're still just casting the characters at the moment, but it's gonna happen. It got set back a little bit because of some inner office, whatever. I guess you could call it an office. By office, I mean Skype. I don't know. Whatever. Skype, that's an office now. We decided to do a dry run of an idea on Twitch the other day, and that was we read a script doing different voices for the characters of that script, much like you would see at like any convention you go to where voice actors would have shown up. So they take a random script and they go, voice all the characters you can for this script. So an example is we did this script of Deadpool, and the characters obviously is Deadpool and Francis and a lot of the other characters that are in it. And what we do is, instead of trying to sound like Deadpool or Francis, we sound like many of the characters that we can voice. Hilarity ensues, and it's quite an interesting thing. So it sparked the idea in my brain, hey, let's just do this again, but not just for fun, like seriously do this, because it's still going to be fun, but seriously do this and pick a day to do this. Well, you don't have a day picked, but it's something that a lot of them are on board for, and because it was a lot of fun when we were playing it, and it puts you in like uncomfortable situations, like trying to make people sound like different ethnicities, and they're not supposed to sound that way. Just picture like Carl from Jimmy Neutron trying to talk like Deadpool from the Deadpool movie, and then you can picture why it's so little funny. So when I find out when we're going to do it, I'm going to be posting it on both my Facebook and Twitter, and please, by all means, keep an eye on that. And if you miss it, I might post another video of when it's going to happen. But it's going to happen, and I'm hoping we can draw a big crowd to my Twitch channel, which is also found in a link in the description below. So if you haven't followed me on there, go ahead and do that. We're working really hard on that channel too. So I want to get both ends up, but that requires a lot of my attention. Both ways. So here on YouTube and on Twitch requires a lot of my attention, which is fine. So I don't sound like a prattling idiot and continue meandering on in what I'm doing. We're gonna move on to the next thing. You'll notice there's a green screen behind me. There's this new cloth, and you'll also know, if you've been a fan of this channel for a long time, this cloth is not new. I actually had it for quite some time, and I used to use it a lot in my channel. Not only does it make the background look a lot cleaner than the mess that is hidden behind it. The problem I have with it makes this room like only 4 feet long because it's smack dab in the middle of the room, and I can do fun things like this. One last piece of really cool news, and that is my promise at the beginning of the year during my New Year's resolutions, where I said I was going to lose some weight. Well, the cool part about losing weight is when you stick to it, it actually works. I've been doing calorie counting type dealy for a while, and since I started my calorie counting, I've been progressively losing a little bit of weight every day because I'm eating apparently a lot less than what I used to eat. Anyone who's ever been around me or been with me, you'll notice that I don't eat that much. But apparently it's what I've been eating has been like the source of calories. So I've changed the diet completely. I started cooking at home, which for those of you who are trying to diet, cooking at home is going to be the best option for you because nothing will beat fresh food from the grocery store that you've made at home. Date nights are interesting with Crystal because instead of going out to eat, that's what we used to do, I've been eating at home. And you know what? It's actually been a little bit more fun because I get to cook and she gets to find out that I can actually cook. Because almost the entire time we've been together, I think we've almost eaten out at like restaurants every time we get to see each other. So now she's finding out that I can cook, which is pretty cool too. He's not a complete waste of space. That was pretty much the information that I wanted to share with you guys. It was just fun news and whatnot. There's going to be more games popping up on this channel. I've been collecting them over time. A lot of people suggested a lot of games in the last video, which is awesome. Thank you very much for commenting in the last video. All of you are amazing, and I'm glad that you do that because it gives me. Sometimes I get lost on what I want to do. I get piled underneath a bunch of like just mental suggestions, and then I just don't do it because I'm just overwhelmed with what I do. But I love the fact that you guys gave like games to play because that definitely helps me out a bit trying to figure out what to play. But for now, I thank you guys very much for watching, and I thank you very much for following along, and I hope you have enjoyed this little snippet of the video. And if you have stuck around the entire time and you're still new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I do work very hard on this, and if you don't mind, hit that like button too. Do it this way. This way. The thumb points up, not down. Most people are going to hit down because I just said that. But thank you guys very much for watching. Thank you very much for following along. And as usual and as always, my friends, stay frosty and game on.